rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a...
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Watson now on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Taylor finding his volume receiver Landry for a big one. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Being chased out left. He's to the 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Tyrod Taylor with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. That complete to Lamar Miller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Reset.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come back. Richmond.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Carlos Hyde, the former 49er, his first carry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
action. Now Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Slow.
They go play action with Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried it deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
On first down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, But you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time is in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Davis. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to launch this thing into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Whitney Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Richmond. Come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Come back.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. Good move at the 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Play action, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throw.
On 2nd down, Hyde. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Richmond. Hey, two jet. Tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And incomplete here on third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Landry. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They go play action now. Taylor. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready. 319.
Off play action. Taylor. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Slow. Ready. 319.
And off comes to Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Taylor. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On first down, Watson. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. A deep ball for Ellington. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Two jet. Come back. Black 99 Philly. Reset. Tiger.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds his man Griffin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
Down. Green the line.
Again, it's Watson. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Watson being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. The final shot before the break, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brianne Body Calhoun. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They pitch it out to High. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Taylor. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of recent pickups. Taylor finding Landry for the Cleveland first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Richmond.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come back.
Throwing on third and long. Watson steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll give to Hyde. And some room to roam now. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run high. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Taylor. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Watson. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10.
Slow. Hey. Four down.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Slow.
Play action. Now Taylor. Forced out to his left. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They run. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey,
From the shotgun, it's Taylor fighting through. Flushed out right. Completes this to Cataway over on the right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now it's Taylor, and this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that, and even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on second is Watson, escaping the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Running left, here's High. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And out across midfield down to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Cleveland, and even 40 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Taylor to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll be 4th down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Watson dancing to his left. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On second down, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
Watson now to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, Taylor going to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Being chased out left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Watson looks to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like